Yo, what is up, YouTube? It's your boy MMA Propaholic, and I'm back with another breakdown. And this breakdown is for UFC Orlando. I'm gonna be breaking down Francis Mrashall versus Marcelo Rojo. But guys, to recap last week, we actually went up 0.05 units, which is just $5. So, yeah, it wasn't really a good week for me at all. I think I went like 3-8 on my track bets, but we hit the two big bets, which we really needed, which is that under 2.5 in the Fiallo Muslim Salkalov fight for about like 1 unit we hit for, risked like 1.25. I can't remember the other bet. But I had Blada money line, which kind of it pissed me off a little bit. She used her whole gas tank in round one, tried to use that triangle arm bar. She couldn't get it. She death gassed herself. I was trying to spam Natalia Silva live at plus 170, but that didn't work out. I think I was really off like Zaglas inside the distance. Round one though, I had the round one knockout plus 3,000. He was really going for it. He kind of like cracked Johnson, and I was pissed because Johnson had hit a nerve in his leg in the third round, and he didn't even end up like trying to finish him or just kick the damn leg, which kind of lost him his UFC contract and kind of did like his whole fighting career as he just retired about like 4 days ago, which is crazy to me. But yeah, guys, to point out, I got a new webcam, I got a green screen, and I got a ring light right by the side of me, and I now got a microphone, so I hope I sound very legit. I hope this sounds better. But yeah, guys, I'm extremely hyped. Yeah, so let's get into it. This is actually I just like I didn't this is the first fight I actually ended up taping for this card. I actually just finished the film last night, but I was waiting to get the green screen. Green screen was supposed to come last night, came today, so can't complain about that. But yeah, guys, Francis Mrashall is coming off the Dana White Contender Series, and he's 23 years old, as he actually is 11 years younger than Marcelo Rojo here, which I think it's gonna actually play into factor in this fight, but not for Marshall's age. But yeah, Rojo has 24 professional fights. Mrashall has 6, and yeah, the competition of Francis Mrashall, it sucks. I'm gonna get into that, and I did all the tape and ran all the submission wins he got. I wasn't impressed by any one of them, and I'm gonna get into that because it's making me mad, but I want to get through the metrics. Rojo has 153 minutes of cage time, and which in 24 fights. And then Mrashall, kind of crazy. Mrashall has 69 minutes of cage time in 6 professional fights. And yeah, I'm gonna get into a prop that I'm considering here too, which is gonna be scary. But hopefully it sounds good when I break it down, guys, because I'm really liking it, and I'm most likely gonna pull the trigger. Rojo has finished 88% of his wins inside the distance, as Mrashall has finished 67. Mrashall hasn't lost in his amateur career, and neither has he lost in his professional career. But Rojo actually has been finished in 2 of his 2 UFC losses. But I mean, my God, I mean Charles Jourdain in the 3rd round. We're gonna get into that. We're gonna get into that because that was the most kick-ass 3rd round performance I think I ever watched, and my mouth was just the whole entire time I was watching it. So, and then I watch, and I see he lost to, I think it was Kyler Phillips. Yeah, it was Kyler Phillips by a triangle armbar, which, my God, that transition was just elite as hell. Who has a way better all-around game than Mrashall and is more experienced and has faced better competition than Mrashall. He's actually like a top 15 featherweight in the division. But then in his regional career, Rojo has been finished by John Casadena, which was 3 years ago, and that was in the 3rd. Then he got finished again in the 3rd round by Levi Saul Marroquin. I don't think I said that name right. My God. Whew. Then Claudio Peleus, guys, he went to a decision with Claudio. That was actually in the Ultimate Fighter. He went to decision. I wish I could watch that fight because I would like to see if he battled out his submissions. But that was back in 2016. And since that fight, when he went to decision, He hasn't been to decision since, and I think that's his last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 fights. So, yeah, Rojo fights like once a year. Um, it's crazy because I actually went really back into Rojo's career. I think I started at Billy Molina in 2017 and I worked my way up. I watched about like 6 regional fights of him. Yeah, the Billy Molina fight when he won it in the first round by stoppage with strikes, but like Molina was death gassed in 2 minutes, exposed his whole entire gas tank, and like he didn't knock down Rojo or anything. He was just exposing himself, throwing naked leg kicks. He just kept throwing so much volume. Didn't really look like he belonged in the cage at all. And like he had him in guard, and like Rojo was just barely punching him, and then he kind of was throwing like some hammer fists. I just hit my microphone. Brand new. He was throwing some hammer fists down, and like the hammer fists weren't really doing anything. But then like he kind of gave up his back, and then like he just gave up. He kind of tapped the strikes. The referee called it. Um, didn't I didn't actually get access to that Michael Rosa fight. The Levi fight, it wasn't even like a dog fight. Like to me, like Rojo, what I've seen from Rojo in all his fights, and my God, I'm gonna get into the Jesse Strader fight because I don't care how many professional fights anyone has. To eat what the fuck he ate in that fight was ridiculous. Um, Levi was just like, he got him down. I think it was like twice in maybe the second round, or could have been the third, but like he wasn't really leaving himself open to bad submissions. Like I know like I was actually talking to DFS by the numbers, and I was talking about the over 1.5 because I was discussing with him last night, and he says he worries about Rojo's submission defense. I'm kind of different on that, but I understand why, because I mean the guy's been submitted in 3 of his like 6 losses inside the distance. So like I get it, but like you look at the guys he's getting submitted by. I mean, he didn't get submitted by Puelles, who we've seen can rip your knee out. He got submitted in a third round by this guy Levi, and then he got submitted in the third round by John Casadena, and we know what Casadena brings late into fights too, guys. Like he's like 19-5. He's a very good record. That's no Francis Marshall for you guys. That's someone with experience who has fought way better competition than Francis Marshall. Um, but back and he got submitted by Phillips, and like Phillips, the way Phillips is and the way he transitioned into that submission was it was elite. It was beyond elite. He had him in mount. He had him in like full mount. And then he went to side control and then like adjusted himself from side control and then put himself on his back and was able to just submit him in a second of having that submission. And like I think anyone would have tapped. I think Francis Marshall might have tapped out on the transition. I'm not just shitting on Francis Marshall, but I kind of am shitting on Francis Marshall. Francis Marshall, you fought nobody. And like I'm still breaking down Rojo, but like Marshall, for Francis Marshall to be minus 180, minus 180 to me is, I mean, have fun laying that price tag. You're gonna be shitting your pants, and I'm gonna let you know why you're gonna be shitting your pants throughout it. But the Jesse Strader fight, my God. I mean, Rojo was just eating punch. He got knocked down at least 2 or 3 times. Strader was giving him his all. And then what did Rojo do? Holy shit. Rojo hit him with an overhand right. He was just exposing his gas tank because, I mean, he had no choice. Strader was kicking the crap out of him. And he was able to get Strader out of there with a bunch of knees and punches up against the fence. But as I look into that fight too, that fight ended with 50 seconds left in the first round. And the amount of shots that Rojo was obtaining and was like eating was ridiculous. Um that was Jesse Strader's third, I think, yeah, his 4th professional fight of his career. Um he's not fighting someone with an actual game plan. He's not fighting someone with experience. He's just fighting someone in there who's trying to take his head off and who has actually, I'm into Strader's typology right now, who has actually been to has never he's went to decision once in eight of fights in his career. So like that kind of sticks out to me because Mrashall isn't really like a power puncher, guys, as you guys would think. He's really not in my mind. Like I think Mrashall has great striking. I think he has great technical striking. I think his pace is excellent, but he doesn't have power, guys. I don't really think Mrashall has power. I'm gonna get why into he doesn't have power, but like the guys that like Rojo's finishing, like he finished Jesse Strader, he finished Michael Rosa, who's 12-5, Fabian Galvin, and my God, he took that guy's fucking head off his shoulders with that overhand right. That guy woke up and he was screaming. It was some Derek Lewis, Curtis Blades stuff, guys. It was absolutely absurd. He cracked him right in the equilibrium and almost cracked his skull. It was a nasty overhand right. And he feints that overhand right a lot. He really relies on an overhand right. He doesn't really initiate grappling, but like when he initiates grappling, he can control you and he does threaten you with tons of arm bars. That's like his main submission. He likes to use the arm bar and he will transition himself into a triangle arm bar sometimes because he does like to throw elbows from that mount position when he has you in that. But my God, the Charles Jourdain fight, guys, Rojo won 2 rounds. He won the first 2 rounds and was actually outstriking Jourdain, which to me was crazy. But Jourdain hit him like he was maintaining. Rojo was maintaining distance great, I think he hit like 3 or 4 leg kicks in like the first round, and like Jourdain was kind of compromised for like a little bit of that fight going into the 3rd round. Rojo looked great, guys, mixing in his combinations. He mixed in 2 takedowns, was able to get some control time. But then that 3rd round came and but like that 3rd round, man, Charles Jourdain in the 3rd round put on the biggest massacre I've ever seen. It like if 10-7 was a thing, I wish it was. He beat he made Rojo's life hell. And to me, I know Rojo had like 3 fights canceled. I wouldn't have even blamed Rojo for not coming back for a year after what he obtained in that 3rd round. It was crazy because Rojo wasn't even gassed to me. It was just the pressure of Jourdain that we know is ridiculous. Like if Charles Jourdain is like getting the shit kicked out of him against Shane Burgos, and who Shane Burgos is durable as hell, has only been finished by the top 5 featherweight in the division. And you're telling me that like Rojo's eating all those shots up until the 30-second clip of the 3rd round. Like it shows me the durability and the toughness that this guy really has. Like he's not a quitter and he'll always fight for your money. Like regardless if he's getting his ass kicked or if he's just up in the fight, he'll fight for your money every second. If you guys have money on him in any fight, he will fight for your money. Like he came in against Kyler Phillips, guys. He was plus 380 and he just wouldn't quit. Kyler Phillips was putting it on him, guys. Like Kyler Phillips is, I can't repeat myself anymore. Kyler Phillips is a top 15 featherweight, guys. Like that, like he's not no Francis Mrashall. And Francis Mrashall doesn't really throw leg kicks, guys. Francis Mrashall is more of a boxing-based background and he really likes to box. He showed it against Connor Matthews. And yeah, you guys can argue that fight could have been stopped like a couple of times. I don't really think so. Like he wasn't landing with power shots at all. They were more like technical shots. Like Connor Matthews, though, in the 3rd round had about like 55 strikes landed. But if you watch Connor Matthews, that guy didn't have any striking defense. He faced no competition. He beat Jay Ellis on the regional scene, and we know who the hell Jay Ellis is. Jay Ellis is not a good fighter, guys. We goddamn well know that. I mean, the guy's been finished over like 80 fucking times in his professional career. So I don't really understand that part, but yeah, and I watched a Michael Lawrence fight. Guy's 7-6. It took you 3 rounds to submit a guy who's 7-6, and you're going to a decision with a guy who's 24-30, who's been finished in more than half of his losses. And then that Mike Taylor fight, holy shit, guys! I can't stress it anymore. Because my God, he looks so bad. Like it was at a point where like Marshall wasn't even throwing a strike, and it was like 2 minutes into the first round. I think Marshall threw like 3 strikes, and like Mike Taylor was actually out pinpointing him. And Mike Taylor, I think, was so tired. Marshall hit him with like a lousy body shot, and like Mike Taylor folded, and he was on his back. He literally just gave up his back, guys. It was the most embarrassing shit I've ever seen. He just gave up his back. It was just such a bad look. And he was able to submit him. He wasn't fighting the hands. He wasn't doing any of that. He got a rear naked choke in the third round, Marshall. And then he got another rear naked choke in the third round. Like, I'm seeing a trend. You're finishing not well competition. You're finishing 2 of them in the third. And the 2 guys you finish in the first round are just god awful. They have no fights on their resume. And those are my dogs, guys. Sorry, they're annoying as hell. I'm gonna try to talk over them. But they have no fights on their resume, guys. Like, Rojo's getting submitted by like legitimate top competition in this division, and to me, it's just utterly ridiculous how like the over 1.5 is minus 140 on my book. I This is a featherweight fight, guys. I understand the first round is gonna be sweaty as hell. It really is. It's gonna be sweaty, guys. I'm not gonna lie, but I mean, holy shit, guys. This is a featherweight fight. You're getting an over 1.5 at minus 140. And like with a guy with Marshall, who couldn't even finish a guy who was 5-0, Connor Matthews, and the 2 guys he's finished in the first round literally have a 3. Literally, like Mike Taylor's professional record is 4-3. And the other guy he submitted in the first round, Chris Canty, is 0-0. And every single professional fight he's lost. He's 0-7. He's went to boxing, he's went to Muay Thai. That was actually his first ever professional fight. And it took Marshall 3.5 minutes. I think this over just brings like absolutely terrific value to the table, as like Rojo has just been finished. Like, you guys go back to the last time Rojo's been finished in a first round. It was over. It was, guys, the last time Rojo's been finished in a first round was against Muhammad Kukov, who is 19-8 and is fighting like legitimate competition. He's based out of Russia. Guys, the last time he's been finished in a first round was in 2015. 2015. That is astonishing. I don't know why I'm just realizing it now. I don't know why my camera is like kind of like crappy quality right now. Yeah, I didn't like that quality. I don't know why it was crappy quality. But yeah, my bet right now on this fight is the over 1.5. I don't like, on a money line perspective, the way I think this fight plays out is Marshall has to survive an early storm from Rojo. Because like Rojo's gonna like, what kind of like scared me in Marshall's fight was like he was extremely hittable. And like like to me, like that 59% striking defense isn't really like impressive, because like that guy Matthews wasn't really that good. And Matthews was kind of hitting him, and he was hitting him at the end of the third round. He was kind of hurt him in the last minute. But my God, I mean, Marshall threw over 15 significant strikes, and Rojo throws over 14. Rojo has a 51% striking defense, and like he got knocked out. Like, it's Charles Jourdain, guys. Charles Jourdain is way better than fucking Francis Marshall. I don't understand this over. Like, this over 1.5 to me is so crazy. Like, the only way I see our over 1.5 getting clipped, which I think could be a hedge, is fight to end round 1. I mean, obviously that's the way I would hedge it. But like, I could just see this fight playing at range, as like that's what happened in the first round that's what happened with Rojo and Marshall. It happened with Rojo and Phillips. Like, how does it not happen with Rojo and Marshall? Like, to me, I think this over 1.5 is completely mispriced, to be honest with you. And I just I think the line is an utter steal. Yeah, I'm gonna be sweating, guys. It's gonna be a sweaty bet. Everyone's on violence. I know tons of people who want to bet violence in the spot. you're really overpaying for it. I wouldn't even touch the fight doesn't go. As honestly, I saw a prop last night. Like, I wouldn't be shocked if Mrashall won this fight by decision. I think that's the way you play Mrashall. I mean, Mrashall by decision on 5 times was plus 400. I was shocked as all hell when I saw that line. I was really shocked because I don't even think Mrashall has a legit. I mean, Marshall's a purple BJJ like belt. Like I don't even think he has like such a legit. I think he has a chance to sub Rojo, but like I don't think it's such an amazing chance to sub him. Like I don't think it's as high chance as if Peleus couldn't sub you. And like it takes Casadena to the third round. It takes Jourdain to the third round, and it takes Phillips to the third round to finish you. And he had him in control in the second round for about like 3 minutes. Had him in ground control. Yeah, this over, I'm gonna hit it, guys. I'm going to be shitting my pants like completely the whole time. But like it's just value. I don't know how you could pass an over 1.5 in a featherweight fight at minus 140 with Francis Mrashall, who's finished 2 guys professionally record inside the distance in the first round, who are 4-3, and his other 2 finishes are in the third round. And when the last time that Rojo has been finished was in the first round was in 2015, and it's taking guys like Phillips and Jourdain and Casadena to finish him in the third round. Yeah, guys, he's tough. And the guys he's finishing, Rojo, they're all in round 1. They're not good. I think Marshall's better than any of them. Like I think Mrashall is good, but I mean this is a step up for Mrashall. I think this is a huge step up. Minus 180. I would not touch a money line here. I would not. The thing I would touch here is that over 1.5. You're gonna be sweating. And guys, you know me. Guys, you know me. I will find a way to bet violence in any way possible, but I see this fight going to decision. I really do. I think I'm like going to be one of the only more people that sees this fight going to decision. And I think Mrashall wins by decision, guys. I really do. But honestly, if I had to give anyone the finishing equity, I give it to Rojo. And another prop that sticks out, if you guys want to play Rojo finish only prop. You're going to get it at good plus money because Rojo has been finished in 6 of his 8 losses. But I mean, I've explained it so many times to the guys that are finishing him and when they're finishing him. So, yeah, guys, my bet is the over 1.5. And like another bet that I do like is that finish prop on Rojo. That's going to be it for me here, guys. You guys can check me out at MMA_propaholic on Twitter, where I've been posting all my NFL plays and all my NBA plays. I have been absolutely destroying the bookies, guys. They haven't been able to get away from me. I went 4-0 on Monday on basketball, and then I went 6-2 on Sunday. Yeah, on Sunday on football. But yesterday I went 1-2. I went down 1.3 units, which is pretty funny how the only bet to hit was the plus money one, which is plus 146. I had Mikal Bridges for over 1.5 threes. He had 5. I had Ivy's PRA. Ivy got benched in the fourth. He played terrible. And then Kyrie Irving, I missed his PRA by like a 3-pointer. And yeah, he didn't really get as much RA. He didn't get as much dimes as I thought Kyrie Irving was going to come out there and dish, but he really didn't. I was kind of shocked. Yeah, you guys can check me out for the I post all my basketball plays there too. I post all my football plays. And yeah, guys, they're all props. They're not game lines. I am the propaholic. I just take props. I don't take any game lines on football. So if you guys are looking for like game line, money lines, you guys can hit me up on the DMs and I'll let you guys know my perspective. But don't rely on my game lines because I am not very good with game lines, guys. I'm just the prop guy. Like I literally just bet props. I just research props and whatever sticks out to me is what I bet. And I try to find every bet in every best angle possible for any bet that I go into depth for and take. And that's what I did here, guys. And that's what I do on my channel. That's what I do. I'm going to give you guys every angle and every best opinion that I think. I'm going to go in depth to the balls. I mean, if that sounds just utterly wrong, but you guys know what I mean. I'm going to break it down to the point of like that. No, I'm going to break it down, guys, as much as I can to my ability to make sure that you guys want to take it or not, or if you guys like my picks. Like, I just try to do my work and I try to make sure that people are winning money because that is my goal, guys. Like I want to be on the top, guys. My goal is to reach the top, and I got all my equipment now. And yeah, guys. I'm hyped. I'm hyped to see what's coming ahead of me, guys. Like I really am because I want to thank everyone who has been watching me. I'm sorry that I'm extending this video, but like I started in July, guys, on Twitter, and I started with 11 followers. I'm now at 220 on Twitter, which I really appreciate. I really appreciate the support that everyone gives me too. Like I without you guys and like because I work 6 to 2, 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. Monday through Fridays. Like if I didn't have this on my side hustle, like I don't really know. Like I don't know what I do because like I'm out of video games now. I don't really play video games anymore, guys. Now this is all I do. This is all I do. All I do is research props. All I do is watch MMA. All I do is watch tape. This is all I do, guys. This shit takes time, guys. It takes a lot of effort, but it's been worth it, man. I put so much work. I put so much effort in, but it's nothing without you guys. I mean, you guys make everything happen. I want to thank the MMA Engine too for having me on their show. I want to thank Lou for having me on his show because he's awesome. You guys need to check him out because I don't think Lou gets the credit that he deserves. Like that man puts in so much effort. He's just himself. He doesn't care what anyone thinks and guys, that man busts his ass. Like everyone, every single MMA capper, guys, we bust our ass and we do it all for you, and we're all thankful for you. I'm just talking on a capper perspective. We're all thankful for you guys. Like I would not be here right now with all this equipment. I wouldn't be on Twitter right now with all the followers I have if it wasn't for you guys. I would just be like, I want to start doing live videos. I want to start interacting with the chat. I really want to start doing that. Like, and that's what I'm really going to start doing. And I'm really excited to see this journey and where it goes and really where it takes me, guys, because yeah, guys, I'm in the game and I'm here to stay and I'm not leaving. So bookies, if you have a problem, warning, watch out because you're unsafe. You're unsafe. You are not going to beat us. You don't beat us. We will win over you. You will not win. Um that's all I got here, guys. So my pick is the over 1.5 in the Marcelo Rojo and the fight I just broke down. I just lost track of which fucking fight I broke down because I was just bickering. I'm sorry, but I just wanted to put some what I'm thankful for is we got Thanksgiving tomorrow. So yeah, I'm thankful for all of you guys. Like honestly, like I would not be sitting here right now on YouTube, which I already have 92 subscribers right now, which I want to thank every single one of you because my God, we started like 3 weeks ago posting videos. I think that's I mean, it gets me get it really and the comments, guys, the comments you guys posted, it really pushes me to do this. And I love doing this, guys. This right here is awesome because I'm helping everyone out. And I want everyone to know every best angle in every single fight. And I'm going to go in balls deep every single fight to make sure you guys are guaranteed your time. I'm going to guarantee you guys your time and your value to watch this and make sure you guys enjoy this. But yeah, guys, my bet is gonna be the over 1.5 at -140. I know Bet Online's hovering -160. I wouldn't really parlay this over 1.5. I think at the highest price I touch it at is -160. I wouldn't go past that. It's -170, maybe parlay it, but parlay it like low. I wouldn't like really be heavily invested. I just like this -140 price tag. Um, Most likely a unit. I already am 2 units deep into this card where I have both of my plays posted on my Twitter already. But yeah, guys, the pick for this fight, I'm gonna repeat it for the third time because holy shit, I feel like I keep repeating myself. I'm sorry. But Mrashall by decision, is my pick to win this fight. But my bet is the over 1.5. Make sure you guys follow me at Twitter on Twitter at at MMA_propaholic. Enjoy your Thanksgiving, guys. Eat up. It's Thanksgiving. Drink some beers. Get a little smoke session if you guys like to smoke. You know what I'm saying? You guys know what I'm saying. Get the nice smoking. Get the nice beer in hand. Put your feet on that couch. Stuff your face in with stuffing and turkey and enjoy yourself, guys. We got a nice 4-day weekend off. So enjoy, guys. I hope you guys enjoy, and peace out.